Good morning and good evening, my name is Eastman, and today I'm going to be showing you where to find all collectibles in Chapter 4 of Abzû. Alright guys, so welcome back to my all collectibles walkthrough of Abzû, and today we're going to continue with Chapter 4, and this is where you actually start out, as usual, in front of these triangle gates. So what you're going to want to do, for the first couple collectibles, they're a little bit difficult to find. We're in a dark area, but the first thing you should do is, there's nothing in here at the beginning hallway, but you're going to want to swim a little bit further ahead, and once you get down here, you should see this whale sequence. And once that plays out, you'll be officially in the first area where you find most of the collectibles in this chapter. Alright, so the whale sequence just ended, and now you're sort of placed in this dark abyss area. This is where we have about 5 collectibles. This is pretty much the majority of this chapter where collectibles are going to be. So you're going to see a couple floating triangles. Just swim right ahead and you can't really miss it, but the first pool is right there in the center, and this will sort of be our home base for this section of the chapter. So go ahead and activate that, and then I will show you guys where to go from here. So from this first pool, guys, you're going to see a pathway to the right with some bones and a pathway to the left with some bones. We're going to stick to the left first, and what you're going to want to do is actually avoid the path, go a little bit further to the left, and right up here on this ridge, you should see the very first shark meditation statue. And as always, here we go. We're going to chill. So from the shark statue, guys, if you look over to your right, you will see the pool that we lit up just a moment ago, still the center point. But if we take a look over to the left and we keep going, we will find our next collectible, which is our the next pool. So you should see this path of bones down here in this ravine. You should see the skeleton here, and actually if you keep going just a little bit further ahead, try to avoid these triangles if you can, but there is our next pool right there. So we'll try not to wipe out. Okay, those things are so scary. Okay, alright, so there's our next pool. So our next collectible is actually the first shell of Chapter 4, and so from the pool that we just got, you should see the gate that we're supposed to open in this section right in front of you. So this shell actually took me a minute to find, but what you're going to want to do is from this pool, and if you're looking this direction, turn all the way around and look straight up, and you should see that giant pillar with some bones on it. So we're going to swim. Oh, no. Okay, we're going to try that one more time. So anyway, if you're looking at the gate and the pool, just turn around and look all the way up. Straight up, you should see that sharp pillar with a skeleton on it. So we're going to swim all the way up there, and that is where we will find our first shell of Chapter 4. Peeking out right there, here he is. Okay, we're going to grab this one, and then we will continue on to the next. Alright, so now we're back at sort of our home base, the first pool that we got in the center of the area. So there's the path to the left, and there's the path to the right. This time we actually are going to go to the right, and we're going to get our last pool and our last collectible of this area of Chapter 4. So just continue along the path. Try not to get electrocuted like I did. That's a rookie mistake right there, baby. So we're going to keep going straight, and the pool is right here at the end of this skeleton vertebrae thing right there. So that was actually the last collectible that we needed for this section of Chapter 4. Alright, so our next collectible of Chapter 4 is actually the second shell, and it's right after you've just helped the shark, which I just did. So after you rescue him from the fallen wreckage, you'll be opened up to this cave area, and you're going to be sort of swimming around, but it's literally right up there to the right behind these pillars. Not really too hard to find, but again, if you're not really looking for it, you'll miss it easily. So almost immediately after getting that shell in the cave, just keep going a little bit further, and a few seconds later, you're going to be opened up to this really dark abyss area with these smoke towers, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is, this is basically the end of the Chapter 4 as well. So swim all the way down, and right here on this little tiny triangle piece jutting out, we're going to find our next shell, actually. So yeah, keep going all the way to the bottom here. But before you get down to where the squids are, you should see it finally pop up. There it is, right there. Just took a second to spawn, I guess. But it's right here on this, before you go into that giant area, it's right here on this little triangle piece. So we're going to grab the shell. Alright, so from the shell, if you look directly in front of you, you're going to see the big opening. Don't go in there. That's where the altar is. You're going to want to keep going a little bit further down. And right below the shell is plain and simple. Right in front of you is the next shark meditation statue. Yep, it's right in front and center, right in the bottom of the seafloor here. So we're just going to grab this, and as always, going to take a little relaxation. Not really, we're going to keep going. Okay, so from the shark statue, you're going to look directly in front of you, and you're going to see these 3 small openings, the altar, and then the big opening. Our next and final collectible of Chapter 4 is our last pool. So if you look straight up even further, you should see a pretty large piece of this land sticking out right here, and that is where the pool is hidden. So it's directly above, yeah, you really can't miss it. It's directly above this opening. And there it is, right there. So just for reference, there's the big opening in the altar, and here it is right here. And that is all the collectibles for Chapter 4. And as a strong reminder, guys, there are no collectibles in the next chapter. Chapter 5 is strictly story-based only, where you're going through the big triangle machine. So this video series will pick up on Chapter 6. So again, no collectibles in Chapter 5. Do not be surprised when you see that video is skipped in the playlist. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video with me today, and if you did, be sure to drop a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to consider joining the Eastman community today by subscribing and hitting that notification bell. And as always, my name is Eastman, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.